Good morning. It is 6:28 this morning, a tiny bit earlier than I've been doing recently, but I left a bit earlier this morning because some extra, an extra thing to get at Tesco. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm just going by, like, I'm filming, well, I don't know what you call it, anyway. A massive ride. It's like they've got the one of those travelling fairs. I think they usually call that ride, what, a bomber? Oh, I love that ride. I absolutely love that ride. Haven't been on one in ages. I need to go there while it's there. Oh, love it. Just the whole, you're sitting there and initially it's all peaceful, you know, when you're actually on the ride and it's, you know, you get raised up while they put the next people in, and then it starts and it's just a nice gentle arc, and then it's all like the pendulum swing, so to speak, and it drops and you're like, and you're just like, you know, your intestines are crawling up to your diaphragm, your lungs are trying to squeeze up into your throat, your heart is beating outside your mouth like that scene in Family Guy, and then it gets to the bottom of the swing and you start going up again, everything goes back into normal, but now it's trying to escape down the other unpleasant end and you're like, oh god, please don't. But oh, nah, I love those rides. I love them. Yeah, I really want to go on that while it's still here. I usually go on it with my friend Derek. So Derek, if you're up for it, come on, we need to go on that ride again. It's been a long time since we have. But yeah, oh, love them. But yeah, rides that, I don't know, have a vertical motion. I love them, I'm fine with them. Roller coasters, anything like that. You know, they're brilliant. Although, actually, I have been on the, I have been to Abu Dhabi. And I've been to Ferrari World, so the world's fastest roller coaster. Wow, what an experience. You know, that thing, I think it accelerates to at least 120 mile an hour in a very, very short space of time. And you are just pressed into your seat with such incredible force. Oh, I mean, I've got a picture of me on the ride and I've, you know, got my arms up in the air and I'm literally at like full flex. You could see the strain on my face. You know, trying to keep my arms up in the air. I look cool. No, I don't. I look like an idiot. Oh, what a ride! But yeah, it's weird because there's a couple of like very graceful elevations and declines, but because the ride is going so fast, it's that horrible feeling of my lunch. Oh, and I was actually quite ill for the next few hours after that. So. So my little statement about I'm fine with vertical rides, in that one instance, I certainly was not. But anyway, if you ever get the chance to go to Abu Dhabi, Ferrari World is amazing. It's attached to the Abu Dhabi Mall. You literally got your entrance to the Abu Dhabi Mall, and it's like on an elevated like skywalk type thing, and you just go across that into Ferrari World. It's fantastic. I really recommend it. You know, brilliant experience. But anyway, yeah, going back to rides and yeah, the things that spin around, you know, like your twisters, your, what do you call them, I don't know, your big scary version of teacups, and the sticky wall. Oh god, the sticky wall. I don't know why, but excuse me, sorry. The you know, the old Links Market. It's like the fair and along the promenade of Kirkcaldy. You know, I always used to go there every year. I haven't been there in a long time now, but always used to. And I'd go on all the rides, including the bomber. Yay! And my last ride would always be the sticky wall. And it always, without fail, messed me up. It really did. I'd come off that and I'd be wanting to heave up my previous 16 meals or something like that. Oh god. It's like my sister when she's trying to poop and scoop the garden. God, yeah. But yeah, oh, it's terrible. But you know, while you're on it, it's actually not too bad. Although maybe about halfway through it, you start suffering. Your head's lolling from side to side. Oh God! Make it stop. But I remember one time when I was on that ride, and yes, that's good. You looked right. You need to do that when you cross the road, otherwise you might end up wearing a car. And I can assure you, it's not as comfortable as your clothes. Anyway, stupid person trying to cross the road. But yeah, I remember one time on the sticky wall, the person must have been, shall we say, rather inebriated, and he's literally right across from me, and I don't know why he's doing it, but he's gradually turning himself so that he's going to be upside down, and it's getting there. I'm thinking, you do realise this ride slows down and you fall back to the ground, yes? Obviously he didn't, because by the time I finished that thought, he's managed to get himself upside down, which I must admit is actually quite impressive, because it's, you know, usually quite difficult to move on the sticky walls, and he's done it when he's drunk. So, you know, I tip my hat to you. That was quite impressive. Ultimately stupid, because when the ride starts to slow down and stop, this inebriated fellow, you know, he's thinking he's all cool with himself. Yeah, look at me, I'm awesome. Right on his head. Seriously, right on his head. He is literally your classic fail army, cabbaged on the floor. You know, he's got one leg out that way, one leg still straight up in the air, he's got an arm behind his back, there's a hand feebly waving, and, you know, maybe there's a bit of drool coming out of his mouth as well, and he's just wrecked on the floor. Thankfully he wasn't hurt, because, you know, after a few moments he did get up and stagger away, but come on, what do you expect? You're held up against the wall by the force of it spinning. What's going to happen when it slows down? Oh look, you're going to fall. Obviously that doesn't penetrate, you know, an inebriated person's mind, and it should have. So, you know, a little note to yourself for the future, my drunken fellow. Don't turn myself upside down when I'm on a centrifugal ride. There we go. Anyway, I wasn't actually meant to talk about that first today, but I just saw the ride, and I love the ride, so I got a different train of thought, because I don't know, I know you can't see it, but anyway, as I've said in a video prior, you know, my memory's terrible, and I start off these sort of like vlogs, and I start off these vlogs with a definite train of thought. Yeah, I want to talk about this, I want to talk about that, I want to move on to this, I want to move on to that. It doesn't happen that way. I just go, Your video hasn't frozen now, it's just me doing that. And I just forget everything. But so what I've done now, I've got a post-it note. I literally got a post-it note right there, right there. You imagine, you can see the little tip of it, see? I'm stopped at a traffic light, by the way. You can see a little tip of it, see? Look, post-it note. Just so I can remember what I want to talk about. Sheila, I told you I was going to get them. Anyway, that's why I got a Tesco this morning when I was getting my lunch. So yeah, I've got a post-it note sitting there, and the first topic of conversation on my post-it note is just a little one, because literally as I was reaching up to get my Mazda, what's a Mazda? I was literally about to call it a Mazda there. Just a fancy way of saying it. Mazda dear, Mazda dear. Anyway, yeah, Mars bar, there we go. I was reaching up to get my Mars bar, and one of these .com shoppers just like wheels their trolley in beside me, and she sits there, like claps her thighs and goes, right, 21 sandwiches. I kid you not, 21 sandwiches. I mean, I'm halfway to my Mars bar, like, and I just stand there, and it's the old, like, creepy exorcist turn your head slowly, and you're like, what? And she's just standing there going, oh, you must be starving. And I'm thinking, or they're rather large. 21 sandwiches. I mean, let's be honest, you know, when it comes to like home shopping, you're not going to get well, you might get your things by lunchtime, but I mean, what are you trying to do? Feed an army? Who's getting invaded today? Have I missed something in the news? It's got 21 sandwiches. God. I mean, are the scouts going to invade the brownies? What's going on? Someone needs to keep me posted on this. I'm curious. I'm seriously curious now. What is going on? What force needs to be so well prepared and so well fed that they need 21 sandwiches? What is going on today? Keep me posted. Anyway, moving on from that. Oh yeah, my next topic of conversation. My wife, myself, my daughter, and our large fluffy dog, Neve. We have a very small house at the moment, and yeah, it's not easy when you got kids' toys now, especially around everywhere. I mean, we got like one of those jumperoos yesterday, and oh, she loves it. She's bouncing around in it. Oh, it's really adorable. It just melts my heart. I'm sitting there going, oh. But yeah, we've got even less space now, and you know, I mean, we didn't, when we moved into the place, you know, we did know it was going to be very small, and so we didn't throw a housewarming party, you know, because there's just not enough room. You know, if someone comes in and suggests, oh, you should throw a housewarming party, you just stand there, point to the door and goes, we do not have time for such stupidity. I'm sorry, but no, there is just not enough space. I mean, we could throw a par or a tea. We can't do both. No, we can't have a party, I'm afraid. One or the other. A par or a tea. You know, just not enough space. I mean, you know, oh yeah, the stands. No, whoa. You can stand there and nod your head. Do a Will Smith. That's all we've got room for. So you're standing going, It's all we've got room for, I'm afraid. If you want to dance, nod your head. Or you sort of like, you know, if we've got like food out or something like that, and oh, you got your little plate of food. Oh, I want to sit down. Whoa. Sorry, not enough room anymore. Seats are already occupied. There's a bit of clean. There's a bit of empty floor space over there. Stand on it, but you'll need to be on 1 foot. That's your space. Or, you know, see the dining room table over there? There's space beside the dog's drink bowl. Stand there. You know, it's just, there's not a lot of room. And with all the kids' toys around now, oh, it's like an obstacle course. It's like Ninja Warrior trying to get to the back door to let the dog out in the morning. And so you step into the living room, whoop, jump up onto the couch, shimmy along the couch. Right, where's my next move? You jump onto the wall. There's like a little wooden frame halfway up the wall, so you're Spider-Maning on the wall. You're hugging the wall out. You got your feet precariously on the wooden bit, so you kind of shimmy around the wall. The dog's standing at the living room door, looking at you like, oh, and then you sort of reach out your foot, stand on the kitchen side, you know, avoiding the prep machine, shimmy along that. Don't stand on the oven, it might hurt. And then you hold it onto like the top of a cupboard, and you lean back, you get the door, aha, door's open, good. And then so you're thinking, okay, well, where's the dog? Where's she? Oh right, she's right below me. And she's standing there looking up at you like you're an idiot, thinking, what were you doing, Dad? And of course, this whole time while you're trying to look cool or stupid, as it may be, you know, shimmying around the house, getting to the back door because you can't stand on the floor. You got the baby rocker, you got the baby bouncer, you got the jumperoo, you got various other things all over the floor, so there's just not enough room. And you're standing there, you're kind of hanging out your ass now, hanging onto the cupboard still, and the dog's just looking up at you like that, and you're like, where did you come from? I didn't hear you. Because I'm telling you, Neve is part ninja. She is the ninja dog. Because I mean, I could be sitting in my cave, which is under the stairs in the house. I am not Harry Potter. I do have a room under the stairs, but I am not Harry Potter, honest. and you know, I can sit there and I'm just reaching down every now and again to stroke her head, go back to play my game, reach down, stroke her head, reach down, there's air, you know, like proper Scooby-Doo moment. Where's she gone? Oh, hello Audi, I'm doing 60, but obviously the speed limit's not good enough for you. Douchebag alert. Anyway, but yeah, and just like, where'd she go? Disappeared. Right, I'm gonna have to interrupt the post-it notes here. That's enough on the small house. It's small, you get the picture. And the ninja dog. She's a ninja. That's it. She's cool. Cool ninja dog. There we go. Well, with this weather, she's not cool at the moment. She's the panting ninja dog. But yeah, I got to interrupt this with an important public service announcement. The example being Mr. or Mrs. I didn't see, Audi driver. Yeah, it is. Right. Because I'm trying to be careful with my language, I am going to call it the scale of twit. Substitute twit for whatever word you wish. We are going to introduce the scale of twit today. First of all, you have your micro twit. For someone that's, you know, just maybe said something a little bit silly, you know, oops, sorry, you're a micro twit. And then you got your bog standard twit. Yeah, it's a little bit worse, but not very bad. You're a twit. And then you've got your twittersaur. Yeah, it's getting a bit serious now. You know, you've done something and people go, oh. So, you know, oops. Yeah, you've got your twittersaur. That's about my level. I'm a twittersaur. And then you've got, it's getting very serious now. You've got your Twittersaurus Rex. Yeah, now you've done something very silly now, and even bystanders have turned around and gone, oh. You know, and they're giving you the filthy look. Oh. You know, so you got your Twittersaurus Rex, but then you have got your king twit, the supreme twit, the queen twit, the grand person of them all. It's very difficult these days not to be sexist. Usually you go the granddaddy of them all. Yeah, or I'm going to be a little bit crude here. You know, who's your daddy? You never hear anyone go, who's your mommy? So, that'd be kind of weird. But in today's PC world, you know, you can't be sexist or anything like that. So are people going to suddenly start going, who's your mommy? Ooh, that sounded a bit creepy, sorry. Cover your ears on that bit, or just try and erase it from your mind. But yeah, this PC world. Anyway, you've got the supreme twit. You know, this is when you are the Audi driver. You've overtaken in a dangerous manner because the speed limit is clearly not good enough for you. Folks, I present to you Twitzilla, the supreme twit. That is the scale of twit. But anyway, moving on from the scale of twit, next topic I actually want to talk about is, well, I don't know if you can see my rather snazzy t-shirt, Batman v Superman, the film. It's a bit of an old film now, but apparently it's actually one of the, it's in the top 50 for the most successful DVD Blu-ray sales of all time apparently now. So I think that's really the ultimate edition, which adds like an extra half an hour to the film. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I went to see the film 3 times at the cinema and I thought it was brilliant. I really enjoyed it. Although I think the 3rd time I went to see it, I was with my godfather, and like the bit, you know, the old Batman workout montage, and so my godfather leans over to me. That's me in the gym. I'm sitting buckled for the next 5 minutes. It was quite funny. But anyway, so yeah, Batman v Superman. I really enjoyed the film, but it's proven to be incredibly divisive. Yeah, and I think the main point of contention in the entire film is, you know, you've got right, if you haven't seen the film, spoiler alert, Batman has Superman beat. Ooh! Yeah, he does. Batman has Superman beat. Ooh! Again. And you know, he's got his big green Kryptonian stick of death. He's about to stab him. You know, he's made him bleed. So the old, you know, do you bleed? You will. It comes true. So anyway, you know, he's standing there. He's about to stab Superman. You know, and Superman goes, "You're letting him kill Martha." And it's just like, huh? Yeah, that's the big point of contention in the film. You're letting him kill Martha. I mean, yes, Martha is Superman's mum's name, and it's also Batman's mum's name. Oops. And you know, and obviously Superman with his issues, he sort of goes, "Ooh." But I think the people think, why would you say Martha? I must admit, in a way, it kind of makes sense. I mean, Superman's not going to sit there and go, "You're letting him kill my mom." Yeah, you want to try and make it a little bit more sensible. I don't know. I'm trying to justify it because I love the film so much. But anyway, Batman with his issues. Why did you say that name? Why? Why did you say that name? He goes a bit mental, and yeah, which at that point it is understandable because obviously he's got his, you know, parent issues, and obviously nobody knows he's Bruce Wayne, so nobody's going to know the significance of Martha. So yeah, he starts going mental. So that actual reaction I can understand, because, you know, Batman's thinking, wait, how does Superman know who I am, even though he's got like X-ray vision? And he does know who he is anyway. But surely there's no way, even with Clark Kent being a reporter or an investigative journalist, you know, there's surely no way he could know that. Well, he might, but let's say for the sake of this, he doesn't. There's no way he could know that Bruce Wayne's mom was called Martha. So he certainly wouldn't know the significance of the word Martha in this case. So from this point onwards, I actually think Batman's reaction is, you know, justified. You know, the Martha bit, why did you say that name? Why? Why did you say that name? You know, and from that point onwards, yes, it does make sense, and especially the bit where, you know, Lois comes in and goes, "It's his Mother's Day," you know, like a parrot little canary. "It's his Mother's Day." You know, from that point onwards, yes, it does make sense. You know, the fact that he stops and they become friends, so to speak. That bit onwards, it makes sense. I mean, let's be honest. If someone says like a trigger word for you, you're going to react the same. And if you're an Arsenal fan, and someone goes, "Arson," you'd be standing there with your little bamboo flagpole. You know, you got your foot on someone's throat. "Why did you say that name? Why? Why did you say that name? I will stab you with my bamboo flagpole." You know, it's not quite as effective as, you know, the big green stick of death, but it will do the job in that case. So you're standing, you know, "Arson, why did you say that name?" Or if you're a McLaren fan, and someone goes, "Honda, why did you say that name?" I mean, I don't know what you're going to do in this case. Maybe you got your little McLaren Mercedes baseball cap because you're clinging on to the glory days. I don't know what you're going to do with it. Maybe you're going to fan them. "You're looking very hot, but why did you say that name?" So you're sitting there fanning them. So yeah, buzzwords. they can trigger people. But so yeah, Batman v Superman. I liked it. I can understand where some of the hate is coming from, but you know, I love the film. I think it's brilliant, and obviously it introduced Wonder Woman. Although you're not meant to say it like that these days. Now that she's more empowered, so it's Wonder Woman. Actually, you're not supposed to say it that creepy either. It's Wonder Woman. Yeah. And again, the film's got good reviews so far, so I'm hoping that the wife and I will be able to see it this weekend. So I'm going to be doing my best hungry dog puppy eyes look coming up to the weekend to see if maybe some of the grandparents or someone can look after Ella while we go watch the film. So anyway, I was gonna talk about my various training experiences for my job, but we are up to our usual stopping point today. So once I am safely stopped, I am going to say adios and hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Once I'm stopped, which I'm not yet, so it's not safe to do that yet. I'm going to stall the car. Whoops, nearly. That would have been embarrassing on a busy road. So yeah. Anyway, bye now. Have a good day.